This is your season to be alone and to focus on yourself. There's going to come a point of time in your life to where you're going to need to focus on you, focus on your growth as an overall person. You're going to have to let people go. You're going to have to let old habits go, old things, old, what you used to do, how you used to think, so you can grow. A lot of people, there's this term, go ghost, right? Go ghost and come back a whole different person. Romans chapter 2 says, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. What I like about Romans chapter 12 verse 2 is, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Because ultimately you're going to know what your purpose is for your life. Sometimes you're going to have to take a step back. Sometimes you're going to have to allow God to use you, to place you. Sometimes you're going to have to distance yourself from people because you know there's something out there greater that God's going to give you. And we see that in everyday life. So people, they get caught up in relationships, they get caught up in, childish things that's not growing them, that's not benefiting them. If anything, it's placing burden on them. And we can't have growth if we can't focus on our own growth with God. I want to read you another verse coming from the book of John. And we're going to go John chapter 15, verse 2. And it says, he cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit. And he prunes the branches that do bear fruit, so they will produce even more. Cutting dead branches. Cutting those branches that can't bear fruit. Cutting off that dead weight. Cutting off old things, old habits, old people, old mentalities. Focusing on you and growing the fruit of your labor. Knowing what your labor is, but growing that fruit. God's the only way to know what your purpose is. And I'm here to let you know, you're going to have to take a step back. You're going to have to let people go. You're going to have to focus on yourself. Whether that's taking a step back, ending a relationship, distancing yourself from old friends, quote unquote, you're going to have to make a decision if you want to achieve what God has in store for you. But I hope you learned something from this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody that needs it. I appreciate you watching. And as always, God bless you, bro.